Welcome to the Chain Out Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Daryl.
That's right. Jeremy and Daryl are here. We're back in your face and in your ears with season 3, episode 133. That's a lot of threes.
That's a lot of threes.
A lot of threes, and we're glad to be back and pretty excited. We're back in the studio tonight, Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
One night only. Isn't that like what they do with concerts and stuff like this?
Exactly.
We're back in the studio. One night only.
Some people wish that we were here for only one night only.
Not 133 nights.
Exactly.
But that's because tomorrow we're going to be getting up close and personal with our disc golf friends out in beautiful British Columbia.
That's right. I'll be heading out to Smith Lake Farm. We're heading out on the plane to Comox Valley.
Yeah, there'll be disc golf camp, year 2? Is it like Thomas kind of calls it year 3, doesn't he?
Well, they did the first year where it wasn't Smith Lake Farm disc golf camp. It was just him and Sophia. So that was the first iteration of it. But actual Smith Lake Farm disc golf camp with Thomas, Sophia, Nate Sexton's going to be there. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, Chad Stantz is going to be there as well.
What about Chance Stad? Is he ever going to make it to this event?
I don't know that guy.
I don't know about him either. Yeah. Well, you'll be doing that, and I'll be making the 9+ hour drive from Edmonton to Kamloops for the Tournament Capital Open. And I've been in contact with one of our listeners, Dina Talgoy.
She's in the chat.
Oh, is she there?
She is.
All the way from Kamloops. She's already in Kamloops. Her and Kevin are out there. We've been going back and forth, and it looks like tomorrow she's going to help me out around the course and maybe see if she can help me improve my game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She didn't say she's a miracle worker.
No. Well, she did say, I was back there in 2023, so was she. She says a lot has changed at some of the courses. Some trees have gotten bigger.
Well, that's what they tend to do.
Yeah, and that's made some holes a little bit harder, but I'm excited for that. What are you excited about for your trip to Smith Lake? Do you got anything that's really on your mind from last year?
I mean, it's funny. The number one thing on my mind is I want to get my... It's funny how it all comes around. I want to get my Dina Dyes Discs Thunderbird that I threw into the water. I want to get my T-Bird, my I-Dye T-Bird. I don't care about the racer. That went into the crap pit.
Into the slough.
We don't talk about that one. But no, getting to meet Nate Sexton again, learn from him. Just getting out there, spend some time with Thomas and Sophia. Get out to where it's nice and warm and not raining like it is in the Edmonton area. Just spend some time with like-minded disc golfers.
See the ocean, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe see some whales. I don't know if you'll see some whales. But...
I just imagine there'll be some whales. I'm probably going to do a beekeeping trip this year, or the beekeeping tour at Smith Lake Farm.
Are you going to try and bring some back with you? Are you allowed to do that? I know there's certain things you can and cannot bring on planes. How does bees fit into that?
I do not know, Jeremy. Some of these will riff with you. That one, I just don't know where you're going.
You just want me to buzz off is what you want me to do.
I need a riff.
Yeah, you do.
Well, you mentioned the next Canadian A-tier TCO. You're going to go head out there. And tonight we're going to be joined by, some people would say, Canadian disc golf legend.
Of course they would.
Yeah, and tournament director, Carrie Neal. She'll be telling us all about what we can expect and what you can expect. She'll be here in about 15 minutes.
That's right. And tonight's episode is brought to you with support from PDGA Canada. We appreciate the work that they do to give back to our disc golf communities. A lot of that money that you pay to PDGA in Canada stays in Canada. Not even a lot. I think all of it almost.
All of it.
Yeah. So if you're not a member, consider signing up and join your PDGA. Get one of those numbers. I think they're in the 300,000s now.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah. So we're in the 200,000s, But I think our guest is in the 20,000s, so a little different. So tournament review. Now, Daryl, I know this is the spot we would normally review a tournament.
Yes.
Before we do, can you provide me with one of your breaking news sound effects?
We'll try my best.
Okay. That was your best?
No.
You said you were going to try it. It was pretty good.
I tried my best. That's all you can expect.
Gotcha. Well, in the Edmonton area, you know this, I know this, our listeners, most of them know this, there's a coveted league tag. It is the number 1 tag. It is gold. and it is elusive.
I know all about that number one tag.
Yeah, you started with it this year.
I did.
And last we had heard from one of your updates, I think, Jason Miller, who was injured shortly after winning it, couldn't put it on the line, but somehow all of a sudden there was an announcement that showed up on social media.
Yeah, exactly. We found out that it was in the hands of one Mr. Tim Plamondon, first-time golfer, long-time thrower.
First time something, long time everything, right?
Exactly. He was going to put out a battle for the ages for the tag.
Ooh.
Yeah. It all took place last Sunday at Bailey's Disc Golf Park. So players all showed up. They put all their tags in a bag.
Mm-hmm.
They selected just one disc.
Ooh. At Bailey's?
At Bailey's, they took out one disc. They played from the reds. The lowest score took the number one tag. The rest of the tags obviously divided up. Lowest score going to highest score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what we found out was there was 21 people who turned out for this event. Tim, he threw his mighty Firebird.
I'd only need one guess.
Yes.
To find out what Tim was going to throw.
It's true. You could give me 3, but I would save the other 2 for something else.
Exactly.
That's right. They say you can put 3 guesses and then we'll reveal which is right after that's done. I don't care. Just one.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, then something's wrong with the world. It wasn't enough. Riley Douglas ended up taking the number one tag. The verdict was that he threw a verdict. Mm-hmm. And
disc.
did you know the numbers on a verdict? Because I didn't until I looked them up.
No, but they're similar to a culprit.
Okay.
From the same, which is what I used to throw.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're 5, 4, 0, 3.5. So a pretty stable mid-range. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I thought this was a cool way to distribute the number one tag as opposed to just having the top players play against each other. That's kind of what I think. What do you think?
You're setting me up?
What do you mean?
I'm not a fan of it.
You're not a fan?
I'm not a fan of the big...
I think you don't even value my opinion?
I value your opinion, but you're wrong.
There you go. I valued your opinion. I don't know. For me, I mean, it's a great event. It's good to get the community out like that. I just think, a big tag battle. Like I'm all for playing for tags.
Yeah.
Play for the tags of the 4 people on your card, 4 or 5 people on your card.
What about the 21 people?
I'm playing against people that I don't even know who's here. They might be, no, not for me, I'm afraid.
You might not trust their scorekeeping abilities because you can't even see it. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to start a hot take here.
Dylan said he knew the numbers on the verdict thanks to Discal.
Oh, yes.
Discal's the app that you can get. Yeah.
So Verdict was up on that. We'll have to get another Discal round going. We've been doing so many fantasy picks on around the basket. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about we get to our next actual tournament review?
Sure.
Yeah. This past weekend, there were 24 events that took place in Canada, according to Disc Golf Scene anyway. Mm-hmm. We had BC, we had Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Quebec, Ontario, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Yukon Territory, and that's it. We almost got there again. We got 10 out of the 11.
10 of 11. Who was missing?
And territories. Well, last time it was New Brunswick.
Oh,
they had a big major event going on, so they were a little bit preoccupied. This weekend, it was PEI.
And Colleen had just told us there's so many courses out there.
Yeah, I know.
How did they miss that event?
We will get there at some point.
We will.
Yeah, there was one B tier and 18 C tiers. There were some skills events, a Circuit de Quebec, a CWE, a WGE, Women's Series, a Junior Classic, Chains for Change, something that's a little bit closer to my heart, a TD Academy event,
Oh, yeah.
the NADGT event, and a Falcons Flight fundraiser.
Yeah, so you're just like, I don't know if there's an event that works for me. There was an event that worked for somebody.
No matter where you were, unless you were in PEI.
Yep.
Yeah, well, this week, though, we're going to highlight the Crickle Creek Open, presented by Escape Sports and Bateman Jewelers.
A jewelry store.
A jewelry store, yeah.
That's got to be a pretty good trophy if the
You
jewelry
think so,
store
right?
is
Yeah.
part of it.
So this was a 2-day, 3-round C tier that took place in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And as always, you reached out to the tournament director, Brandon Redekop, who is also a fine MPO player in his own right. We've seen his name before.
Yeah, the name was very familiar.
Yeah. So he let us know that this was actually the inaugural event for this event. 108 players participated.
Was it eventful?
But they all played the same course at staggered tee times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So one course for both tournaments? No, because normally you do a round robin.
Right. Normally it's like a round robin or shotgun start.
Shotgun.
This was tee times.
Gotcha.
Yeah, tee times for round 1 started at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And the last tee time for round 2 spent out at 6:30 p.m.
That's why you're saying they were organized.
Right.
9 to 6:30, they were doing
Tees,
rotating tee
tees.
times.
You got it.
Holy crow.
Yeah. Okay, well, Crickle Creek, the course itself, that's a great example of what happens when the disc golf community comes together.
Okay.
Now, cast your mind back to 2005.
I just had my first son was born.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I was expecting emo Jeremy with his... No, I was a little bit earlier than
No,
that.
nose ring and nipple ring were not
So
installed at that
There
point.
was a gentleman named Dave, and he had created a course in 2005 from what started out as an 18-hole regular bowl golf course.
Gotcha.
But that was reduced to 9 holes due to lack of maintenance and interest at some period through the time. But in 2023, a gentleman named John Story from Escape Sports
Okay.
called Dave and proposed putting a disc golf course on the property. And after that, the community came together. Now this course has seen many different events and has players from 9 provinces, 11 states, and 5 countries play on it.
Wow.
And believe it or not, Jeremy, it is the #1 ranked course in Saskatchewan.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've heard it has everything you could possibly want, including a snack shack. So when you're done your round, burgers and milkshakes, baby.
There you
They're
go.
waiting for you.
Lovely.
Yeah. And talk about community support for this tournament. It had sponsors, Daryl, for
Yeah.
every one of the 18 holes. It was either a CTP or what they called a longest make. We'd call a longest putt, but I guess if you throw it in from hole 1 and you get an ace, or like from the tee pad,
Just going to say
it's a longest make.
that answers the question
Yeah.
whether an ace is the longest putt.
It takes that question out of the question.
Yeah.
Well, on the MPO side, Noah Higgins took down the win with a -27 overall, which was 9 strokes ahead of second place players. Kyle, I think we know his nickname,
Big friendly.
Big Friendly Weens, and Brady Malinowski. In round 1, Noah scored a tournament ace.
Wow.
On hole number 11, it was a 210-foot hole, an OB green short of the basket. And then he goes out and he scores an eagle in round 2. And, round 3, he's not going to do either of those. He's already got the ace. He's already got the eagle. So he just shot 12 birdies, including 3 turkeys on the card.
Sure. Yeah.
Noah Higgins.
That's
Pretty
what
good player, that guy.
Yeah. Well, Big Friendly gets an extra shout out as he took the win a couple of weeks ago at the Ass Hats Invitational.
Sorry?
Yeah, you heard me.
Okay.
Which is a staple for the Saskatoon Pro area. Brady Malinowski is a young 19-year-old player. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he's a putting machine, apparently, a bit like a la Andrew Marweed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy's a pretty decent putter, too.
You know that guy, yeah. If you remember, he's also the guy, this is where you might remember him from. Do you see that post on social media with that guy who threw a 525-foot ace downhill on camera?
Like in Saskatchewan. That was at that Gold Eagle course.
You got it.
Yeah.
You
That
remember
was him?
seeing that? That was him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. On the FPO side, Bailey Inglis, she's back playing. She won with a -1, and that was 3 strokes better than second place Taylor Beta. And she was able to finish her round with an exclamation point because she maybe didn't need it, but she parked her drive for a birdie on hole 18.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in the MP40 division, that was won by pure dominance by Chad Kozakowski, finishing with a -28. 11 strokes better than second place, and that -28, seeing as they were playing the same course, that would have been enough to take down the win on MPO.
Oh, that's cool. That's good for the mature players like ourselves.
Exactly.
Nice job there, Chad. And in MA1, Jack Story, there was a story about him. Yeah. He finished 3rd in a very deep MA1 field, and he's rated 858,
Wow.
and he's 13 years old.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, but he shot 100 points above his rating and tied with his dad. So not too shabby there for a
Right.
13-year-old up-and-comer. We do these reviews. We love it when the tournament directors help us out with them. So if you ever have an event or tournament you want to hear us review, whether you played it, you organized it, whatever it was, send us a message on our socials or email us at chainoutpodcast@gmail.com. And if you don't, we'll pick one ourselves. That's how it works.
Dylan's in the chat. Exactly. He said he loves Crickle Creek. 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Would recommend.
okay.
Yeah. Would golf again.
Do we need a new page for our list of courses? I think we need an extra page. Or
Yeah,
should we make a page for each province?
I think we're on like 3 or 4 pages now, Jeremy.
Yeah,
By province is probably the best way to go.
That's it. Now, I'm wondering, Daryl.
Yeah.
We've done this before. We're kind of getting a little bit flexible with our top of show.
Sure.
when we got someone in the green room,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's a legend, we usually do some pro news. We've got our sponsors. We got other things. Do you want to do that at the end?
We just get to your point, Jeremy. Do you want to
Yeah.
get the guests on?
Well, I don't know. Just how's the guest doing there?
Guests look like they're ready to go.
Okay. I was just making sure the guest
This
knew,
guest
you
is,
knew.
This guest is never not ready to go. Jeremy.
Nah, that's fair. Fair.
This guest rolls out of bed ready.
All right.
Okay. She's shaking her head no.
No, she did. Okay. Well, many of us started disc golfing during or after the pandemic, but long before that, if you can believe it, there were people playing and developing courses, tournaments, when no one else was even paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Smith, Duncan Dixon, Chris O'Zolins, Craig Sheether, Rudy Faulkner, Chris Hartman, Craig Burrows Johnson, and more.
Take a breath.
But out in Kamloops, BC, Carrie Neal was promoting women's disc golf, hosting Canadian nationals, and is the reason, Daryl, I don't know that you know this, but is the reason that many Canadian disc golfers got their PDGA numbers back in 2002.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So this weekend, she and her team are hosting Canada's next A-tier, the Tournament Capital Open, and we want to hear all about it.
We do.
Join us in welcoming Carrie Neal to the podcast.
We will get her on in just a second as soon as my
That's right.
buttons
We
catch
like
up.
to like a little suspense in there.
There we go. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing?
Ooh.
Carrie, you're muted.
We can't hear you.
Good job you were muted for that.
I'm good. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's been a long day already, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
we're excited to have you back on the podcast, especially like you mentioned on the eve of the Tournament Capital Open. How are you doing? How was the preparation work going for that?
You know what? I'm a firm believer that you're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. So I'm really good right now. I have such an incredible team. I have like people painting lines and doing OB and turning over hazards and doing last minute stuff for volunteers and sponsors. I had like people show up and unload my car in Tournament Central today. I had a crew of people doing players packs with me today. So it's the 5th year and it's probably the most relaxed. I've never been home at 5:00 before an event ever. Like I'm usually still there putting signs up, getting stuff organized, but yeah, it's been fantastic. So I'm really
Excellent.
excited.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited as well because it's been a few weeks that it feels like as our show has kind of developed to the A-tier time because we've been interviewing tournament director, then MPO and FPO winners for the past 4 weeks. We're about halfway through because we got TCO this weekend, then BCO coming shortly after. That'll be that first chunk of A-tiers. And we want to hear all about TCO. So if we can get into it, you said it's the 5th year. But can you tell us kind of about the history, how TCO got started and how we got to where we are today?
Totally. So originally in 2019, I was planning to do the Canadian Women's Disc Golf Championships for 2020. Super cool. I even have like a little mini that I made. I didn't. Mike Romanowskis made it. And COVID happened and we had to cancel. So there's, I don't know how many women are out there. This is number 5 of 40. But every woman that registered and that I had to cancel on got one of these. So shout out Andrea Leask in Edmonton or Red Deer. She has one that she uses all the time. Jody Rooney. But we canceled. And then when the world calmed down and we came back to it, we knew that people were hungry for disc golf. And we knew that there was this whole new group of disc golfers that were hungry to try tournaments. So I reached out to the PDGA and I said, I know it's been 7 years since we've hosted an A-tier, but I think, I'm willing to put my name on it. I have a history of hosting great events and give us a shot. And they basically did. And they said, sure, go for it. So 2022 TCO was born and we're rolling with it. This is the 5th one in a row. So we're really fortunate. Our club has a really rich history of disc golf in Canada so that we've hosted the nationals 3 times. We've had a huge women's event. So the PDGA knew giving us an A-tier, it would be in good hands.
Yeah. That's for sure. And, the other thing too, over these past 5 years, I'm getting excited to come out to Kamloops this weekend and see you and to play. And we've got some great coverage from when Matt and Andre and Parked Pro did it. So there's always a good way to watch that. And, whether it was Joe Henderson's ace that she had or Max Regetnick's ace, there's lots of exciting things that have happened. What are some of your favorite memories over the years of past tournaments?
So being really honest, I don't get out on the course much. I didn't see either. I heard both those aces, but I stay at Tournament Central. I'm the liaison for the city, for media, for emergencies, players, and I really love greeting the players when they're there. Like, I really believe that when a player walks in to check in, they should see the face of the tournament. They should know who the TD is. They should know who the team is and who's been putting all this work in so they can be there. And that's my most favorite part, is just seeing the hype of the people coming through the door and being super excited. And I love that. I feed off it all weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I know we've interviewed you a few times, and I know one of your other, must do things is presenting the FPO, crowning the champion
Yes.
at the end there as well, making sure you're there for that moment as well. So that's always
Yeah.
a thing that you like to do as well.
I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I'm okay with that. The pros are finishing at Rose Hill this year.
Oh,
So, and I'll be at Mac Island with Justin DeVries, our course director there, and he'll be doing, well, because we give the trophies out as they finish.
Right.
And we've got podiums this year at both courses for them to stand on and get pictures and with their trophies and stuff. So, yeah, I'll be seeing players come in, and like we'll have the raffle. So they'll be coming in to pick up their prizes and saying goodbye and hugs. And that's just as good as being able to give out the prize too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we look back at previous tournaments, we've seen that you've had as little as 184 players register and as many as 375. How's registration looking this year?
We just let another pro in tonight. So I want to say we're at like 205.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we have room for pros. We don't have room for AMs right now. So I just stuffed players pack. So there's zero chance an amateur is going to get in. But pros play for money and they're easy to slot in and we have room.
Right.
So but the same vibe is going to happen. I feel like you guys have read the caddy book or something, the front entry to the caddy book.
Jeremy does his research.
We bring it, like whether it's 170 or 400, you get the same experience, the same vibe, same players, like beefed up players pack. You're getting free extracurriculars like karaoke or trivia or whatever it is. So it's not about how many players, it's just about what we can let them experience while they're here.
Absolutely, yeah. And speaking of what they can experience, if you talk about the courses, TCO has played courses in Kamloops and Logan Lake.
Yeah.
Although there's been different courses over the years, the one constant that's always been there is MacArthur Island.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to tell us a little bit about that course?
Sure. So MacArthur Island was, we fought to get that piece of land. We had to fight another user group, community group, the Naturalist Club. We had to go to council meetings and like plead our case and do like community open houses and stuff. And eventually it wasn't a unanimous decision from city council. I think it was a 6-5 vote or something like that. And they brought in Eric McCabe. So Eric came and poured over the property for like a week. He had like huge maps as big as my dining room table out on my spread out, and he was like mapping things and GPS coordinating, and then went back to Emporia and sent us the course basically. Like, here's where you need to drop the pin, here's where the tee pad should be, and then our club worked with the city to get it all done. So it was important to get a disc golf course in the heart of the city that was accessible by bus, that it was wheelchair accessible. So accessibility is big. So the city worked with us in the past couple of years, and we have proper pathways at the proper slope or angle, I guess, for accessibility by wheelchair. Every one of the Parks Department's people that works in that area took the Rick Hansen there's Rick Hansen training for accessibility in parks. And so they knew what they were doing, and so you can take a wheelchair out if you're a wheelchair athlete, and you can play MacArthur Island, which was really important to us as well. Like, and that's another piece of drawing in the underserved. And the area of town that it was in was just a really big sell too, because it was a defunct ball golf course that the city had put fencing up around. And the homeless were starting to set up in there, and they were killing animals, setting stuff on fire. And so it was just, we came in, and anyone that plays disc golf knows it's sun up to sundown, plus it's glowy, it's everything. So we were really able to kind of clean that area up and make it safer for people to come through at, 6 o'clock at night with their family for a walk, and not have worry about, the homeless, or we've had attacks out there. We've also had like severe drug use before we were in there. Even the soccer and baseball organizations were like, they'd have to do a sweep of the dugout and take out the needle and the human feces before they could bring the kids in to play ball. So adding another sport to that island made sense. And it actually really helped during COVID, because that was where everybody could get to it easily. Rose Hill's not on a bus route. It's, if you've ever been here, it's up on the top of a plateau in the hills. So it's hard to get to. So it's really, it's made an impact on the sport in Kamloops, and we've seen our club growth go up and stay steady, like 150 to 170 members, like every year. So it is a very profound piece of our club. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. It's, like you said, it's like a linchpin. It's like a center hub for disc golf. Yeah. But you mentioned there about Rose Hill. Players are going to be playing Rose Hill again this weekend. Tell us a little bit about the history of Rose Hill and how's it looking this weekend?
Rose Hill looks so good. Like, so good. Our team has worked.
The smile on your face, because I know a couple years ago we chatted about it, and it was, everybody was a little worried or sad because it wasn't included, and the smile you have on your face, keep going.
Well, it wasn't included because it wasn't ready. We were still pouring concrete tee pads. We were still bringing in like huge rocks that line our fairway to run OB. Like, we had so many great compliments today from people who are playing it, just being like, it looks great, like the best it's ever looked. It has been around for 26 years.
Wow.
It's been through, I think, 6 redesigns. The pine beetle came through and devastated it, and all the trees were down. We redesigned and redesigned again. And now the most recent iteration, sorry, I've got a house full. My patio doors are going like crazy.
No worries.
Our most recent iteration is we flipped the front and back 9. So you tee off now on old hole 10, and it's hole 1. And you finish on this big, beautiful green where everyone can stand and watch you finish. And we got flag poles that fly, and it's like a tiered green, and it's an island. It's very cool. And the way we've designed it is all our OBs, major OBs, are run with string, and we have huge rocks, and then we mow everything except the OB, which the grasses grow up around the rocks. So it looks very defined. And we just had, a week of rain. So it's looking so good, nice and green, but mowed. And I can't say enough about it. It looks so good. Super excited.
Yeah. We have Sam in the chat who says that new pin on 10 looks sick.
Oh, it's awesome. It's so cool. It's already a crazy, like, left to right sweep over to the original basket. And then there's this big gully, and then we built an island green across the gully. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that
cool.
sounds great for sure. And that course just has, everybody talks about it, whether, you think of that beautifully carved wooden bench sitting up on the top edge, looking down on the whole city of Kamloops into the valley, seeing the river. Yeah.
And you get to the pyramid, and the pyramid, you just have this beautiful framed look down the valley of the 2 rivers. And it's, and then you get out and you putt on, it used to be hole 5. So I guess hole 14 now. Okay. And it's hard to putt because you're just looking at this vast landscape of valley below you. It's so cool. Yeah. Lots of good picture opportunities.
Good stuff. Well, we've been seeing posts on social media that people are already in Kamloops. They're out there practicing. And according to Disc Golf Scene, very similar to what we heard with Luke and Rick about the DEP Open, the fun and festivities will just be going all weekend long, starting tomorrow. And we wanted to run through, and we can go as long or as short as you want on any of these, but let's hit the highlights, starting with tomorrow. Check-in starts, right, at Tournament Central?
So 10 o'clock tomorrow, we have an area or a building on Mac Island, and we call it Tournament Central. And it's the Sports Council building, and it used to be an old restaurant when it was a ball golf course. You went in there and you had lunch and beers. And so they've cleaned it all out, and there's a bar, and there's 2 big patios, and we set up our pickup in there, but that's also where all our events happen. So it'll be home to the UPlay community coaching clinic tomorrow night. It'll be home to trivia on Saturday night. but also starting at 11 and going through to whenever we're done those nights, the bar is open. So you can come in and, after your round, you can cry in your beer, you can celebrate your round. It's air conditioned, so you can meet up with your friends. And because they don't have food service, you can bring your own food in. So we have people DoorDash stuff when we're doing trivia. DoorDash will show up and look for somebody, and they'll drop off like 4 pizzas at a table or something. Or, only thing you can't do is no outside alcohol. And because we book it and it's like a private event, your kids are welcome. It's like coming to a brewery. So that juniors can come in, they can sit there, adults can have beer. There's non-alcoholic beverages. And we usually have it's been kind of a chaotic time for me personally this past 3 or 4 months. So I don't have my games set up, but usually there's a game table where you can go and play Jenga, or you can play a color or whatever. And I may still pull all that out tonight, just depending on how much time I have. But yeah, it's just a gathering place. And that comes from a place of being a disc golfer from way back when we would play shotgun starts. When I went to Worlds in 2014, it was a shotgun start at Milo McIver. Like, so you finish at the same time all these other people finish, and then you're hanging out and you're having lunch together and you're cracking a beer, or you meet after your round, or, you trickle in after your round and everyone's tailgating. And that went away with tea times.
Right.
And when I started TCO, I just wanted this place where you could come together, where you could wait for your friend because you're done an hour before them, but you don't know where to go. They're your ride. Well, bring your lunch, whatever you're doing, come in, read a book, grab a beverage if you want, and hang out. And other people trickle in, and there's lots of people talking, or you meet a card mate that's coming in for their round that you played with yesterday. Like, there's this very cool vibe that happens in there, and it's really special. And that was important to me to have that, because I miss that when I go to events where all of a sudden I'm done my round at like 11:30, and people I'm traveling with are either on the course or they're at a different course, and there's nowhere to go and meet up. You just go back to your Airbnb or back to your hotel room or your camp, and you're by yourself.
Yeah.
So
that's fantastic.
That'll be great. And you mentioned too, Carrie, you said beer, you said it's licensed. I don't know if everybody knows, but tell me if I'm wrong, but you are also a sommelier, or a very knowledgeable wine person.
Yes.
So have you, looked at the 2 courses? There's a Rose Hill and Macar. Have you taken everything in and selected a perfect wine for us when we come in from our rounds, or?
No, but you're coming to my place Sunday. We'll have some wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah. You also mentioned
you guys can't see my sign up here. It says now serving, and it says girl dinner, and it's wine and cheese.
Oh,
there you go.
That is perfect. Well, we've talked to you enough times that you've always been developing this podcast studio area for you. We remember when there was nothing on the wall. Walls painted. There's pictures on the wall. It's looking great.
I think it's even a different area.
I'm in my dining room.
Right.
It's my kitchen, great room, and there's some discs here. All my signature discs and my women's cup disc.
Nice.
I got someone. Oh, did I lose you?
No, you're still there.
No,
we're still here.
I got someone that's just going to poke her head in and say hi.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Hey, Zoe, how's it going?
I thought I'd say hi sideways.
Well,
Okay,
welcome.
Hi, upsways.
There you go.
Well, we were it's going great. It's good to see you again. We saw you there at Christmas time on the Flight Paths podcast there.
Yeah,
we were just going to mention about tomorrow night is the You Play community coaching happening. What can we expect? What's going on with that?
Yeah. I'll let Zoe tell you what you can expect.
Sure.
Absolutely. So, number one, everybody that comes to class certainly feels comfortable introducing, describing, and providing disc golf opportunities safely. And that's like the basic. Number two, I think that they're going to walk away with a lot more resources and a lot more understanding on how to pull in other groups of communities that wouldn't normally be involved with disc golf. And then number three, I'm going to equip everybody with whether you want to teach disc golf, coach it, or run an event for kids, like everything they ever need to just be like creative and go their own direction. But here's a baseline. You play as ideas.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Cool. Yeah.
It's important to make sure that.
It's okay. I'll bring you back.
Okay.
There you go.
Real quick, and then I'll let
No,
you
we're fine.
Oh, but it's important to highlight these opportunities like KDGC and Carrie have done with and bringing You Play up here. We couldn't be more grateful because to be able to support teachers, to be able to support kids, to be able to like figure out where the holes and the niches in the community are that I didn't just name. That's what this community coaching is all about. And I think it's really cool that Kamloops is so invested. So I just really excited to like pop in, be a guest real quick, and
Absolutely.
put those little nuggets out there. I'd love to join you guys again in the future too, to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about how great it goes.
Well,
That would
Jeremy's
be
coming.
awesome.
He'll be here tomorrow.
yeah.
So yeah.
See you in class.
And you know what's kind of funny, or it kind of all links together, is that yesterday I just found out that I'm running a clinic for the Girls and Boys Club of Edmonton.
Okay.
So
So like maybe I can bring back some information.
I have no
for you.
idea. Yeah, you bring back some information, because I have no idea how to run a clinic for kids. I don't know if it's I use the word clinic in inverted quotes, but
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
one of the volunteers that was available to do that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
This
That-
is perfect. Well, so
Yeah.
much more to check back in on. And then I think we could probably even run a few like giveaway contests on your show, you know, that have to do with community coaching and coaching.
Yeah.
That
love
would be
that.
amazing. That's awesome, Zoe. Well, thank you. I'm excited to see you out there, and it's been awesome how great that UPlay's been at coming up to Kamloops, coming up to Calgary last year. Like your support of Canada has been amazing too. So
And let's not forget all the time put in all the Maritimes from PEI to
Yeah.
Nova Scotia and New Brunswick over 4 different years and 5 trips. A lot of Canadian deep love and roots. We love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, we love you, and thanks to Carrie for bringing you here.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was an exciting cameo. Hey.
Yeah, there you go. I know she told me, she's like, I'm going to pop in there. And I was like, what a great opportunity. So now you guys know what's going to
awesome.
happen at the coaching tomorrow night. So super exciting.
Yeah. I mean, how do you top that?
And it's a trifecta for UPlay. So UPlay was here in April. The KTTA, the Kamloops Thompson Teachers Association, brought UPlay up on a Pro D Day to work with their teachers. So they went in and they spent like morning and afternoon basically teaching them how to bring disc golf to the classroom. Now they're here doing the community coaching piece. So whoever takes this can help in the classroom as well, or take it to their club, and then the trifecta is next week. After everyone's gone, Zoe and Dustin and myself are going into the classrooms at one of the schools and doing the UPlay Connect. So we're going to be actually going and teaching a bunch of children at one of the schools here in Kamloops.
Awesome.
Yeah. What a way too to, if I was a student and that's how
Uh-huh.
my year gets to finish with the disc golf day, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yeah, that's
So,
amazing.
I don't know. I don't know how to top Zoe. Having Zoe here, that energy is like real. Just so everyone
Yeah.
knows, it shuts down when she goes to bed. Like
Right.
it is that it's so light and fun in our house. It's awesome. It's very
Oh,
cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, your house is always brimming and full this time of year, especially around the events and things like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Moving on from that, not that we can really top it, but on Friday, you know, we're still only on Thursday, Jeremy. On the Friday, you've got a boot sale happening.
Yes, and
Is that what
I
I
did
would
not
know
know
as
what
a?
it-
Okay, I was going to say, is that what I would know as like a car boot?
Or am I bringing
Yes.
my winter Sorels
Yes.
and selling those?
Right.
So this comes from Clive. This is
There you go.
obviously-
It makes
yes.
sense now.
So a boot sale would be like a tailgate or a trunk sale. So what we have is in the backside of Tournament Central is a big paved parking lot. So we've booked that parking lot for Friday in the evening, and basically a buy sell swap. So bring your vehicle, park it, open up the trunk, drop the tailgate, the hatch, whatever it is, and just instead of doing it in a space, we're doing it outside like a tailgate. So, and whoever wants to take part in that, obviously, if it's pouring rain, we probably will cancel it. But I don't know. We might get 3 people. We might get 30 people. I don't know. But it's just something different to engage the community and get them together, and bringing a bag full of discs that you're trying to get rid of. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny. It kind of like, you know, I'm kind of feeling warm and fuzzy on the inside just hearing that term. I haven't heard that phrase, a car boot sale, in so long.
I'd never
But then
heard
when
of
you
it.
mentioned it was Clive, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. You guys are
Yeah,
cut
and
from
the-
the same cloth. Eh?
Yeah,
The player letter I put out, I'm like, boot, trunk, tailgate, whatever you call it,
Exactly.
hatchback. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was new to me, but I thought it sounded cool. A boot sale.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's not the only thing happening on Friday. Also, you have the Fairway Forward fundraiser doubles for juniors, right?
Yeah. So, Stephen and Brandon are from Vernon, and
Okay.
until recently, neither of them had children. So Brandon's a
Okay.
new dad, but they've been doing fundraising to get children involved in disc golf for a couple of years. They've been running doubles events out here. And so
Okay.
the first year they got a hold of me and they said, we want to pay for 5 juniors, or I think it ended up being all the local juniors they paid for to TCO.
Okay.
And then the next year, one of the TCO years, they paid for all the juniors. We ended up
Wow.
refunding all the juniors their money because they gave us like $1,200 for the
Wow.
juniors. And then last fall, they fundraised and we held the Junior Fall Classic in Kamloops, and it was free. It was a PDGA C tier. The PDGA, because a C tier juniors don't pay the temporary membership fee.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no temporary membership fee. You didn't have to know how to play disc golf. We just wanted you to come and play disc golf. So we had 32, maybe 35 juniors come. They got 2 discs, I think, or a disc and a set of a glow setup. So a flashlight and a glow disc and a regular disc and an insulated tumbler. And there was like hot chocolate, and we served pizza lunch.
Nice.
And they got a clinic and they got a glow around. And Chance came up and he did a throwing clinic for them. And it was awesome. So they've been doing their doubles again this year, fundraising. And this doubles is part of that series. And it's to go towards the Junior Fall Classic in October.
Awesome. Yeah, that'll be fantastic.
So kids can play for free.
So, and with that doubles, then is it? Do I have to BYOP, or is there going to be randos waiting for partners there, or how's that going to work?
There will be for sure. And although there's registration online, you can show up right till 6:00 in the parking lot at Mac Island, and they will hook you up. You get a disc with your $25, and there's all kinds of draws. Like they're giving away. I think there's a bag, a disc station. There's a basket. So it's all like draws and CTPs and all kinds of prizes. And MVP has been a huge supporter of that. And that's where all of that comes from. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we've gotten through Friday.
Yeah.
I'm already tired, and we haven't even gotten through Friday.
We haven't even started the tournament yet.
Yeah, there's rounds going on in between there too, Daryl.
Yeah, somewhere.
So then we get to Saturday, and after those rounds, we have something called a Doomsday Tour and Innova Skills competition, maybe with Clearwater Nationals TD Dennis Graffard as part of that too?
Yes. Yeah. So Dennis runs the Doomsday Tour, and he's sponsored by Innova. So he's going to be doing like a distance and accuracy competition and some putting. So we have the 2 soccer pitches across from Tournament Central booked out all day Saturday. So he has it set up. He just gave me his posters. I can't remember the times, but it's going to be by division. And I think it's $5 to come out and play, and half goes to payout, half goes to the Doomsday Tour because it's an unsanctioned grassroots disc golf tour.
Okay.
And then, so you can be the distance champion, TCO distance champion for your division, or accuracy, or I've left it up to him. He's doing the prizing, the payouts, the little mini trophy. I think he's doing minis, like full color minis. I'm not sure what it is, but just another thing for the players to have an experience and take part in.
Yeah. All right. And when we're all finished that, 2 great Kamloops people, Bill and Gabby, are hosting team trivia. And what kind of trivia? What do I got to, is my pop culture going to help me at all? What do I need to know?
Yes, it is. So like huge pro tip, they're monster 90s music fans. So 80s, 90s fans. So
right there.
But there's going to be random trivia, music trivia, disc golf trivia. There's going to be, they're doing it like if you went to trivia at the pub. They've got like, there's going to be some photos, there's going to be listening, there's going to be questions, and then your team answers them. And then there's like, I think 3 sections you're going to do it in. So, and we'll have some prizing for that. And and it's a team of 8, no more than 8. And there's limited seating. So if you have a team, you can register your team at check-in tomorrow. And then like no cheating, no phones. If anyone gets caught on their phone, the whole team gets disqualified.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I'm going to put it out now while we're on here. Anybody listening, if you're out there and you need to be on a team, I'll be there. I can join you. I know a couple of things about the Goo Goo Dolls or that type of 90s music.
I think Zoe and Dustin and Clive are putting a team together, maybe, Jeremy. So I'll let Zoe know tonight that you're looking for a team.
All right. Sounds great. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
Saturday's done, Daryl.
Saturday's done.
Take us to Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. I mean, all the days. Tournament Central is going to be open and licensed, like you
Yep.
said there. And then
Yeah.
now this is. I'm not too sure about this last point here. There's a tattoo festival happening as well. Do the winners
There
get
is.
tattoos instead of trophies?
No. So on MacArthur Island, it's a sports complex. There's a huge arena at the other opposite end of the disc golf course, and that whole arena is the Kamloops. It's their annual tattoo festival. So there's tattoo artists from all across the region. You can go in, check them out. You can sit down and get tattoos done. But I know that it's something that might interest the disc golfers, so I threw it out on our disc golf scene chat there, and just let people know that it was happening. So in between rounds, like, don't get your throwing arm done, but you might want to get something else. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's just it. Maybe you're not the smartest person. Maybe trivia isn't your thing. Maybe tattoos are. There's something for everybody. Yeah, yeah.
Love it.
Well, if we actually get to the tournament and the kind of the playing side of the event, tee times we see that they're starting at 8 a.m. and the last cards are heading out at 2 p.m.
Yes.
Now, one question that we have to ask you: how happy were the FPOs when they saw that they could get a sleep in and didn't have to be the first ones out on the course?
You know what? I have Zoe here. I haven't talked to any of the other ones, but Zoe was like, I kind of like the early tea time. My day's over with. And so honestly, this is Chad's side. Like when I talk about how we complement each other, Chad takes care of all of that stuff. So the less players allows for less tea time. So people get to tee off a little bit later and you're not teeing off at 4:30 in the afternoon. So what time are they doing?
When we were looking, I think they're about 11 something. And then on the other side, the MPOs aren't going too late. They're going about noon. And I was only thinking about that because out at Spring Runoff in Lethbridge, the FPOs teed off and I was always lower in the MA40. So I teed off right after them. But I remember seeing Joe Henderson and Amber, and they're like freezing cold first thing in the morning because the sun's barely come up. It's all windy. So I think Zoe might enjoy that part about being up in Kamloops and actually having some warm weather when they get started.
Yeah. And I know for me, especially up at Rose Hill, I'd rather play earlier in the morning because we have a wind that happens. So like when the hot air rises off the valley bottom in the afternoon and meets the cooler upper level air, we get this wicked breeze that happens on Rose Hill. So see, someone's writing no wind in the morning.
Okay. I guess that's it, right? You can never please everybody. Between
like 1 and 4 at Rose Hill can be like, I won't play. I just don't play. It's just too freaking windy. Yeah.
Okay, so my 840 tee, you were being quite nice, or Chow was being quite nice. He was like, that Jeremy guy, kind of like him. I'm going to give him that 840 tee time. He'll have some good weather at Rose Hill.
There you go.
Now hopefully I don't squander that.
840 though, now you have time to go and watch the pros play.
Yes.
If you want to, right? Yeah, that's nice. So yeah.
You will.
It will be good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the pros, Daryl, you want to roll into that part of it?
Sure. I thought you were going to take the next question.
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, on the MPO side, Noah Higgins took the win last year. We're doing our fantasy chain out fantasy league after this show. Do you have any sleeper picks? What do you think Noah's chances are he's going to retain his title this year?
Well, Noah has got Dustin Keegan with him, and Noah just played the Resistance Open a little while ago on Dustin's card.
Yeah.
So Dustin's there. I'm looking through. This is where I'm really bad. I'm not familiar. Kieran Atkinson was just down in Portland he was there.
He's been down a few times. Yeah.
Simon Griffin, our local Simon Griffin and Troy Sargent, they can play. Sylvan's going to be there. Yeah. Gabby's partner. So
I saw Johnny's going to be up and Carver, of course.
Carver. Yeah.
And these guys get to play Mac Island on Saturday. And so with Mac Island, we have just left it standard Mac Island. We have not put any huge extended baskets in or janky holes to try to fit and make 2 holes 1 or anything. We've just left it standard, tightened a bunch of OB, and our ponds are full to the brim with water. So yeah. So it's and so when they come down on Saturday, it's going to be like a deuce or die for them. And so if they've made a few mistakes up at Rose Hill and they're on the chase card or sitting back 3 or 4 strokes, Mac Island's going to be their chance to try to jockey for position on moving day.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. And just in the comments there too, EHO, Eric Yortholson will be down
Yes,
there too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's always right up there fighting. And if we flip
bet.
over, Carrie, to the FPO side, we've got 11 FPOs registered,
Yep.
which is the biggest A tier FPO field so far this year out of all the tournaments. Yeah. This is the first time we're going to actually be able to pick 3, 3, and 3 for our fantasy picks, which is great. And
Sweet.
we're going to see a new winner this year because Jess Goulet, she's back in Ontario. We understand she's going to be having a baby, so she's not coming out this year to defend her title. So which players do you think we should be watching on the FPO side?
This is crazy. I don't see a lot of them play. I know Joe can like throw down.
Yeah.
Zoe, I've been watching and hearing her practice rounds and seeing her notes and stuff, what she's doing. So JJ from the Lower Mainland, she's a good player. Don't sleep on Gabby Salazar, our local. She's an FA 40 player, and our FP 40, which she was in, collapsed, and women started moving everywhere. So she hopped into FPO, and she plays well.
Yeah, I got to see her make a few throws at She's Up First when you came down earlier this year, and she got an arm when she's zinging them over my head as I'm spotting there. They were coming across pretty.
You talked about it earlier about people in the 300,000 number range. We're in the 200,000s. Gabby's in the 20,000 range.
Yeah. Oh, is she as well? Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. So I don't know, like Allison Radich, she's got game too. So Daisy Kelly, I think she's recently moved up from FA1.
Yeah.
I believe I don't think she's played FPO a lot before. That I could be wrong.
First year.
I could be thinking of Daisy James, who's an FA1 too. I'm not sure.
No, you're right. Daisy
I know
Kelly.
them, and I chat with them, but like I said, I don't get out to get to watch them. So
right,
that's the hard part.
Daisy may kind of gravitate towards Clive because she's originally from England, so you would recognize her.
Cool. Yeah, Clive will find her.
Yeah. So we've talked all about the courses for this year's tournament, but if people are, maybe they don't want to go to trivia, maybe they have some extra free time. What are some other courses in the area that they have a chance to play? We know one of the newer courses, Dick Hart.
So Dick Hart, you can definitely go play it. We've been working on it. We've been putting some work into it. We've been limbing the trees. We haven't had a chance yet this year to like level up any of the tee pads or get in there and like flatten stuff out after the frost heaves and stuff. Logan Lake is only a half an hour drive away, and they've got 3 courses there. So super fun, especially if you have an early tee time and you're still jonesing for some golf. But yeah, Logan Lake has great courses. Sun Peaks, if you're really adventurous, mid mountain, you have to take a chair to get to it. It's 9 holes, but it's an adventure. Go up there, have supper afterwards or something. West Side here in Kamloops is a 9-hole park course. If you want to throw down some fun doubles or some glow, that's a really cool place to go. Am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing anything.
That's a lot of extra golf.
That's a lot of, I was gonna say that's a lot of golf.
Yeah, well, Logan Lake is always amazes me because I know Tech, I think it is out there, has put some money into the town. So you've got this small town that's got 3 disc golf courses in it. It's like it is heaven on earth if you're a disc golfer, I guess.
So shout out to Brett Hanna. So he used to live in Kamloops and he was on our board of directors, and he moved to Logan Lake, and he, being a disc golfer, just kind of got in there and he redesigned or rebuilt Copper Ridge to have like gold pads and some new layouts and new holes. It's stunning. And then he put in the HVO8 course, which is like a beginner track, super fun. And then Sunnyside, which is like an advanced course. And so we have like a beginner, intermediate, advanced, and championship course up there in a town of, I think, maybe 2,300. And he's done a ton of fundraising, and the city or village or district of Logan Lake has come on and like really supported him, and he's pitched the idea, and the Highland Valley Outdoor Association, HVOA, they've really helped him. So they're actually going to have provincial championships there in October.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
really nice.
Yeah.
Good.
And just side note, like I won't digress too hard, but two of the courses were also in our bid for the 2028 Canadian Championships. So
Oh, yes. And we wanted to hear about that because we were going to say, we know that you've hosted a lot of big tournaments in the past and we had heard whispers and saw some posts. So tell us a little bit about that. We want to hear about the bid.
well, super fun. I met with the city 2 weeks ago and they were really into it. So we kind of like cooked up a plan of what it would look like and what it would involve and their give and what our club could do. And it was perfect. It was, yeah. And we had hoped to have another course in the ground in Kamloops by then, but things aren't working out the way we had hoped or at the pace we had hoped. So the city said, well, let's involve Logan Lake. So
Okay.
they've actually reached out. Logan Lake knows that we're bidding. Brett knows that we're bidding. He actually had some input on the courses and stuff. So yeah, it was super fun. I hit send or submit, I think Monday morning. I just wanted it out of the way. And then I wanted TCO out of the way. So when it's all over, I can just focus on getting to Canadians and having fun. So,
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
The life of a living legend.
Yes, that's right.
thank you.
So
Thank
much.
you. I do what I love, right? I'm really fortunate. I'm retired. My husband isn't. So he's the reason I get to still do these crazy things and have time during the day to give back. Yeah. So I love it. If I could get paid for it, if there was a way that you could do it, I don't know if I would want to do it. Like, I don't know if I'd want the commitment of having a 9 to 5 grind for disc golf, but doing this and giving back and creating experiences for the players, is huge, huge.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
being retired at 35?
Yeah. Well,
35 years, so sweet. You got those numbers backwards.
well, and if you call this retirement, I would have hated to see how busy you were when you were actually not retired.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing this and working full time managing a winery. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, there you go. Well, you had
I
mentioned
mean, that's not the worst job in the world.
no. Well,
It's if
It had
you
its
love what you
benefits.
do, you never work a day in your life, right?
Yeah.
So
that's it.
yeah.
And you kind of dropped it in there a little bit. You said food, and I'm always listening to hear about food.
Food and beer. That's
Yeah,
what you.
food, beer,
That's what you
beverages,
picked
wine.
up over the whole weekend.
I don't know about anything else we talked about, but no, I know about that. But when you're in Kamloops, and like you said, is at Tournament Central, you can bring in food, so that's great. But if we're around town, do you have any like top spots that you would suggest for people to eat, or maybe some secrets, or what Kamloops is famous for?
Totally. So right off of Mac Island, in the North Shore business area, there's Bright Eye Brewing.
Okay.
And they have a super cool two sides to their brewery. On the one side is like arcade games. So if your kids are there, you can go in, they can play Pac-Man and Whack-A-Mole and like there's all yeah, it's so cool. In that same area is Redbeard. So really, really good food. U Street Food Hall's right next door. So you've got like U Street Food Hall is like a food fair for adults. They've got like tacos and Korean food and smash burgers. And you go up and you like buy what you want for lunch. And then you go over to the bar and you order like local beer or wine or cider. And
Sold.
right next to them is, the Jamaican Kitchen, I think it's called. And their eggs Benedict's lights out. Like they put Jamaican rum in their hollandaise sauce.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good. So
This
good.
is awesome. Okay, did you snip that? Can you?
Yeah.
Daryl has the ability to mark parts of the show so we can go back to them later.
There you go.
Please mark
Mark.
that part of the show. Okay, awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and you know what? And other than that, like we have other breweries in town. Like if you're up at Rose Hill or if you're staying up by Aberdeen Mall, there's Iron Road Brewing. There's local. Johnny works at local. Johnny Monk, he's a bartender, so local public eatery. You hop in
Okay.
there and say hi to Johnny, and
Yeah.
yeah. So there's lots of cool places to go. But the hangouts really for the disc golfers tend to be the breweries. So because you can take your kids, and there's always non-alcoholic options and great food, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we've said it before, so we're just going to chime that in to anybody listening here too, is if you head out to any of these restaurants, if you're at a hotel, if you're shopping, anytime you can insert it, even if you're starting the conversation, tell everybody you're there for disc golf, because that helps a whole lot if the community can start to see that we're there and that we're supporting the businesses
100%.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm really fortunate here in Kamloops. So when I'm hosting, I couldn't this year, and this really sucks, is like everyone thinks FIFA is just Vancouver. But FIFA World Cup, we have people staying in Kamloops and in the Okanagan that are doing like bus tours down there or going down for the day and coming back. And then they're staying here and they're golfing and getting cheaper hotels and doing wine tours in the Okanagan and here. And it's just so our area in the Okanagan really promoted this area for FIFA. So I couldn't get hotel deals for TCO this year.
Right.
But normally the tourism branch will give me a list of hotels and who's willing to give like block room rates. And I can reach out to them and I can block rooms for a set amount of time. So I typically do that, and they're willing to do that for disc golf because we're recognized by our tourism board as one of the sports, one of the things to do when you come to Kamloops. So it's very
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. Well, Carrie, we hope, we've got people in the chat that are already in Kamloops. They're heading down there. They're going to be playing this weekend. For people that are maybe listening to this on their drive down tomorrow, is there anything that people will need to know that maybe they didn't get put out in a caddy book, or is there anything that you would need to tell them? And
Well, I put it in the caddy book.
Maybe there's a big list of frequently asked questions that you can kind of hit.
Well, I put it in the caddy book, and I'll reiterate it. Like, do not sleep on bug spray. Like the mosquitoes are real at Mac Islands. Like when the ponds are that full, we've been really wet, and now it's going to get hot. Like we're going to be supposed to be 32 degrees on Sunday. The mosquitoes are a real thing. Like league, we had people walk off of league. Like people couldn't stand still. Like if you open up your mouth, they were in your mouth.
Oh,
so
wow.
That was last week. That was last week. So hence the last tea time should be getting off just as it cools off, and the bugs really come out. But yeah, please, sunscreen, umbrellas, bug spray. Yeah. It's real.
I don't think people know this, but this is a fact I've heard. You can tell me if I've got it right. But out of Canada, Kamloops has the most plus 30 days out of any city in the whole country. Is that what you've heard as well?
I haven't heard that.
Okay.
But everyone thinks Kelowna's hotter than us. We have more days above 30 than Kelowna does. So we're semi-arid desert up here. But we cool off at night. Like we can be 32, 35, 38 degrees during the day and be right down to like 15 or 17 degrees at night.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be perfect. Yeah. And we don't have that hot humidity in that because of the desert side, right? Like it's a dry
at Rose Hill, it won't be that humid, but you'll feel the humidity at Mac. Like everyone that was out volunteering today, like doing lines and painting lines and pounding in OB stakes, they were like coming in dripping in sweat. Like it was super humid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll remember it. I'll have some I've got some long sleeve jerseys. Those will be coming with me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure.
Bring them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned earlier on that you thought that we were looking at your caddy book. Are you looking at our outline? Because you're leading right into volunteers. You got
I've got it up in front of me. Yeah.
You got the volunteers out there. Can people volunteer after they've finished playing their rounds? Is that an option for people?
100%. So for everything I do as a tournament director, I super suck at making sure I have a lot of volunteers. And we even had like a volunteer page where you could like sign up this year. We had I got to give a shout out to Brenda Page at Falcons Flight. She is like the goddess of volunteers. She runs a tight ship, and like, I'm going to have to get some of her mojo if we get the Canadians bid because we're going to need it. But what happens with Tournament Capital Open is people organically come in. Like after their round, they'll be like, hey, I'm waiting for my buddy. He's at Rose. He's going to knock me another 2 hours. Something I can do. I'm like, yes, here are some flags. Head to hole 3. Or Chad will do the same up at Rose Hill. He'll send you out. And if you're waiting for somebody, and we end up with enough people over the weekend, I don't know what I'd do if I had 40 people lined up waiting to volunteer. Like, I honestly don't. Like, on tournament days, it'd be insane. It would be wonderful, but it would be insane. We'd have spotters everywhere. So, yeah.
Well, if there was somebody that wanted to volunteer, but they didn't know, maybe a friend of the family or something like that, somebody wanted to volunteer, but they didn't know anything about disc golf, are they welcome to volunteer as well?
100%. You don't need to know about disc golf. Like, you can volunteer. Like, I have my daughter helping me. She isn't disc golf at all. She's helping me at check-in tomorrow. She'll be checking the pros in. I'll be checking the AMs in. People running water, like spotting. It's easy. You just stay here. We'll tell you where to stand. We'll tell you what flag to put up. And yeah, you don't need to know disc golf to want to help.
Oh, that's
There
a
you
great
go.
way, Daryl. I think what you just did is you removed every barrier from a person who says,
Exactly.
I can't volunteer because, nope, you can.
You can. There's
You
always something
can.
to do.
You can. Yeah, there's always something to do. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Carrie, I think we kind of hit most of the questions we've got,
Yeah.
but we wanted to do something with you because it has been a little while. I think it's been since episode 14, which was the first time we
14.
had you on,
Okay.
February 15th, 2024. So 2 years
Okay.
plus ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, something's coming here. You just watch that screen.
Yeah.
Now it's time for Desert
There it
Island
is.
discs. Picture this. You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
We thought we could call this like maybe she can settle it for us. I said it was Desert Island Discs Redux, and you said is it
I thought it was redo.
yeah. So maybe it's both.
It could be either either.
Yeah.
But back, like Jeremy said, back on episode 14, you picked the EMAC Judge, a warship, and a Jade. Now, for
Yeah.
people that don't know, this is our Desert Island disc section where we make up this fictitious cruise that you're on, and the ship happens to go down, but you swim to safety with your trusty disc golf bag, but you only have 3 discs in it. But fortuitously, that's a big word that I used to say,
I like it.
you get to an island that has a disc golf course on it. Which
Yeah.
3 discs are you having with you in your bag? Has it changed?
You know what? A little bit. I for sure would take my trusty Jade, and my EMAC Judge. That's what
Okay.
I putt with. That's my throwing putter as well. But I'm really, really digging. I have Silva Sardin's proxy from last year, the particle. Is it
Particle glow or particle
or whatever?
proton
Yeah.
particle. Yeah.
I'm loving that, and I'm also really loving the detour. So
Yes.
my
Okay.
warship still gets used, but I have a little more angle control with the detour and the proxy. Like they do what I want them to do, whereas my warship is like a point and shoot. So yeah.
Is your detour a Gabby Lee Bunny version like mine?
no, my detour is a Chance Stad version.
Oh, well,
okay.
just
Craig
yes,
has-
another quality
Craig has-
one.
We call it buns. Craig has the detour buns in his bag. Yeah.
That's awesome. It's good to see
Yeah.
that your disc, your bags are evolving just like ours. Like you have these 3 set in stone, but then after a year or so, it's like, well, maybe I'll just try this other one because this one is going to fly a little bit different for me. But
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
sure.
Well,
So
good.
Just 1
Yeah.
second. 1
Sure.
second.
Yeah, 100%. Well, the other thing too, Daryl, did you see in the comments was we were talking about the soup and sandwich place?
Yeah.
Sam's helped us out. Our buddy Sam, who's in the chat all the time.
Yeah,
We found
Dina.
out. Can you just tell us a little bit about what we're looking forward to eating on Saturday if I show up? What do we got there? Do you see what's?
This one here?
Yeah, this one here.
Well, Dina Talgoy, who's from Manitoba,
Yeah.
she's headed out there, and she asked Sam which sandwich at Bowl and Bun. He said he always gets the special. My girlfriend and I usually share it and the soup, and then he's put in the
Look at-
Napoleon, hot honey, barbecue pork belly, buttery soft boy bun, mixed pickle, hot mustard, crispy onions. Remember, kids, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
Oh
Where is he
man,
getting that?
he must be
the
on like a
Bowl and-
special mailing list or something. Like that's the.
So, yeah, Dina had asked which sandwich at Bowl and Bun.
At Bowl and Bun. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to be the Napoleon is on my list this weekend. That's
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
look that up right now. Bowl and Bun sandwich on Tranquille. It is over by Mac Island. Very
Okay.
cool.
There you go.
Perfect.
Tourism Kamloops has it listed too. So I just learned something new. Thank you, Dina.
And Sam, yeah, Sam's in Kamloops.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, he's moved out there. He was an Edmonton
Yeah.
boy, and he's got family out there, and he's moved back to Kamloops. So, then the last thing we had is we got to the end here. We totally appreciate you making time for us, especially with your full house. We want to let you get back to that. But is there anything else you want to throw out there, or something if we've missed anything or didn't mention it?
I just want to say a huge thank you to my club. They stepped up this year. The whole entire board of directors, our volunteers. TCO isn't what it is without them. There's far too many to name. They know who they are. key volunteers, and even out on our board, Gabby and Bill have been mowing like maniacs up at Rose Hill. My husband was on a industrial weed whacker for like 3 days last weekend. Like, people really brought it. If you're out there, and the Whiskers at Circle One, that is the Hilton family. They go out and they take that on every year. They do Circle One Whiskers at any course we're running. So there's just so many people. Darcy, he's another one. If you see the Mando pole on hole 1 at Mac, he went out and just did that for us because it needed to be done, and so many other things. But I host all my volunteers Sunday at my house after my tournament. And I'm not going to get emotional right now because I get emotional then, but I get an opportunity to thank every one of them individually, feed them pizza, beer, beverages, and we all hang out at my place. And the board comes, and anyone that was a key volunteer, and this year Jeremy's going to be joining us because we've been going back and forth on our podcast a lot, and I just want him to experience what we get to experience because we talk about it so much. So yeah.
Well, you'll be there, but I'll be there in spirit with you.
That's
in
right.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Next time, Daryl.
There you go.
Well, Carrie, you've got me so excited. Like, I'm ready to just say, okay, podcast is done. Daryl, you're going to finish this. I'm heading on the road today, right now. I'll be there by about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I even got TD hair. So anyone that's like wondering what's going on here, this is like caught my hair on boxes, and I'm just like, you guys caught me coming in, cracking a drink and sitting down. So I'm literally like looking, and I'm like, I'm live right now, and my hair is like everywhere. So I'm sorry.
Well, you go back to enjoying that drink, enjoy the company, have a great time, and I can't wait to see you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You betcha.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. It's been amazing.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time as always, Carrie.
All right.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What do you say, Daryl?
Well, you're really excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I can see you're pumped.
Yeah, I'm pumped. And like, could you imagine? So with everything that Carrie's doing, and I know she's got a whole team and everything else, it does take someone to lead the charge, though, right?
Yeah.
If other people in disc golf could do 10%, say everyone in disc golf did 10% of what Carrie does, could you imagine where this sport would be?
Oh, it'd be
It'd
number
be
one
the
sport.
national sport. It would be, yeah.
Exactly.
No lacrosse, no hockey. It'd be disc golf.
Like you said, and she does all this while she's retired. What was she like when she was working and doing this as well? And
yeah,
this is just this is her holiday. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
And it, you know what else is amazing? I never let us forget it anymore. We need
that?
a secret word.
Secret word. People in the chat.
Yeah,
you know what the secret word's all about. We appreciate
I'm gonna say
anybody.
it's the Napoleon myself because I want that sandwich.
You're gonna go get Napoleon, aren't you?
I am.
We appreciate anyone who's listened this long in the episode. If you're watching after the live, if you're watching back on YouTube, if you've got this far, go ahead, leave a comment. Put the word Napoleon in a sentence. That'll let us know that you've listened this far in the episode.
Yeah.
We
that.
appreciate it.
What else do you got to do?
You got to like and subscribe.
That's it. You got to do all of that stuff too. Get on YouTube, subscribe to this channel, help us grow.
Let's see if the buttons work this time.
Facebook, Instagram, head over to Patreon. We got tons of levels for you. If you join at a paid level, what do? You're going to get free entry into our contests. Yeah. You're going to get discounts on our cool merch. Other things like when we talked to Nate Sexton, our Patreon people got to be there live. Yeah. And also with Sophia and Thomas. Maybe not Thomas that time, but
no, most of our behind the scenes.
Yeah, a lot of behind the scenes. Sometimes get to see us when maybe not as polished as we try to be.
Yeah, you think this is bad.
Exactly. But yeah, and then I figured let's jump to the top of the show because we know there's going to be some people who are sticking around for the very final. Yeah. We used to think it was secret word that they would stick around for, but there's a new thing they stick around for, and we're going to get there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hang in there because I think we practiced more today than we ever
Don't
have.
say we practice it. We still sound bad.
But how do you get better? You got to put the time in.
All right, let's jump back to the pro news.
Yeah, so the pro news. Last week, the Disc Golf Pro Tour held the Northwest Championship, which was presented by Lat 64. This was another DGPT Plus 4-round event with a cut after the third round. Mm-hmm. And it took place down in Portland, Oregon at Glendevere and Milo McIver.
Exactly.
So we were talking a little bit about, she was saying in 2014 when it was the shotgun start for the Worlds down there. This is always a great event. And when you watch it on TV, it's got the big redwoods. It's beautiful. Those courses look amazing. Whew.
I know what you're like.
Billy Pants.
Settle down.
I'm excited.
Well, over on the MPO side, Gannon Burr took down another win, but with a minus 32. And if you didn't watch the culmination, it's one of those ones where you got to go back and watch the back 9.
Okay.
I mean, watch the back 18 or the final round, but really the back 9, Gannon was just on a charge. He wasn't leading the tournament. He was in 4th starting. Eagle was in 1st. Eagle, Isaac, Ricky, they all kind of took their turns at the lead. They were all making big putts. They were all missing. Gannon just said, you know what? I'm just going to be Mr. Consistent, and I'm going to plow through. I think it's by hole 16. I think he took the lead. 17 and 18. Yeah, it was close.
Yeah.
Isaac tried to take back the win. Tried to catch him on 18. I think he threw in an eagle or made an eagle on 18, but still wasn't enough.
You
Took
heard
down the win.
I think you heard it here first. That Gannon kid, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna do okay.
Mark my words.
Mark
he's
my
one
words.
for the future.
He's gonna be someone to watch.
Let me hit that marker button.
Yeah, but
Clip this.
Put your money on Gannon. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Well, on the FPO side, Silva Saarinen won with a minus 34, which was 5 points better than second place Holland Handley. And Silva shot a 10-10 rated, not round, Daryl, a 10-10 rated event, which was 24 points above her 986 rating. We haven't seen a lot of 1,000 rated stuff happening, especially an entire event, since the Kristen days.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the Kristen days. And then you think about Silva. You were telling me just before the podcast about something you saw on social media with her.
No, on the pro coverage.
Okay.
She was interviewed by Sarah Hokum on the green of 18, and I think she had like a 5 or 6 stroke lead going into the final round. And she was interviewed by Sarah Hokum, and she said, you know, what point in the round did you realize that you were going to win? And Silva turned around and said, I always knew I was going to win. She's like, I always want to make birdies. Yeah, she was so confident that, you know, she just knew that the way that she was playing, there was no way that she was going to lose that lead.
Well, and, you know, I think the thing about her is I know there's a sense of humor in that because I watched her do a practice round with Simon Lizotte. And she's got a dry sense of humor, and she just had him so many times throughout that round. Like, I think she steal one of his discs at one point.
He left it, yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. Well, we did have 2 Canadian FPOs down at that Pro Tour event. Sophia Donica wasn't her best performance. She finished tied 26, but still made it to that 4th day with the cut. Shot just a little bit below her rating and just missed cash, but, you know, Sophia, she'll be right back at it.
Absolutely.
But then our other Canadian... another one, I'm going to tell you this person might do okay.
Yeah.
You heard it here first?
Yeah. You kind of did.
You kind of did. We talked to this person as a junior not too long ago.
She's still a junior.
Yeah, that's right.
Kinda,
And that,
you know.
Junior.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's Rebecca Dawn, because she finished 5th place at her last 2 tournaments, and she's been playing great. Like, she carded a 10-18 rated -8 round on the 3rd round, and she finished overall in 6th place. So that's 3 top 10s in a row. Her last 3 tournaments, all top 10. So impressive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we did talk a little bit about Kieran Atkinson, who was also down there as our Canadian representation on the MPO side, and he finished T93. And that's when our Canadians go down, they do have it's a battle in the MPO side. Thomas has said, you got to be perfect. There's no room for error.
Well, it's funny because I don't know if you managed to catch it, but there's a new segment happening during the week now. I think it's called A Cup of Tea with Daryl.
A cup of tea?
A cup of tea.
Do you put your pinky out when you say...
With Daryl, live on Instagram, gives a kind of a Chain Out podcast update. And we were talking about getting Canadian pros down on the Pro Tour and what would it take and who was going to be the next person, because then we mentioned about Chantel being the first one to get the first Canadian to get a Pro Tour win at the Tim Zielinski Flying Disc Open.
Yes, that was the steering wheel one, wasn't it?
The steering wheel one, yeah, exactly. And we were talking about who we think is going to be next, and I think everybody was in kind of agreement that if there's going to be a Canadian winner, it's going to come from the FPO side.
Yes, I would agree. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That was good. So it was a good cup of tea. Watch for more of that.
Watch for more next
Will there
Tuesday.
be biscuits or crumpets next time? I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Tea
I'm
and
still
crumpets.
excited.
What's in that? Is that tea in there?
That is tea. There's tea there. And also, too, we always like to mention our sponsors. We've got two great sponsors of the podcast, BR Disc Golf and Disc Republic. And both of them have some Discraft if you're looking to get your Discraft on. So Brendan has them up on the site. He's got the Ricky Wysocki Jawbreaker Focus, which is a 2-2 -1-2, which I don't think I've seen those numbers pretty often. Like 2-2 -1-2. So it's a pretty good one. Yeah, I think so.
What's the numbers?
2-2 -1-2. We're getting ready for the drop here.
Yeah.
And the Mega Glow Z Heat or Z Heat if you're up in Canada, which is a 9-6 -1-3. And then when you go over to Disc Republic side and you see what Jason's got there, he's got his May top sellers posted. Number 1 in May was the Discraft ESP Buzz SS, which was also having the Paul Macbeth 6 times Claw 2026 Worlds Edition. So that was the number 1 disc. So even though Paul hasn't won Worlds in a bit, the 6 Claw still raking in. It's the top one. The Nerf Soft Light discs also made an appearance on the top 10 at number 5. And then there was another disc that caught my eye because I just kind of scroll through and I see, is there anything I'd like to put in my shopping cart maybe? And what I saw was there's a Latitude 64 Gold Orbit Anakin Steen 2026 Team Series River or River for those of you. If I said Sten wrong, then I said River wrong. But it's the River, and I've had a River since I bought my first 3 discs way back at Gander, and it still is in my bag. 7-7 -1-1. It's a perfect disc. So, yeah. So I would say
I don't know why you're not very good at disco or disco because you seem to go on about the flight numbers of these
the discs I know,
Yeah.
the 7 discs I know.
There you go.
That's right. And if you do some shopping at either of those great disc golf retailers, please use the code CHAINOUT at checkout as it helps us out. It's our promo code and it supports the podcast.
Absolutely.
And what about giveaways, Daryl? Got anything going on that front?
We don't have anything going on that front, really. The last giveaway that we had, the Queen City Classic FPO signed Innova Boss, was won by Andrea Michaud.
Yeah.
Very lucky. That disc is on its way to her. She'll get that sometime.
She just found out about it today. She's been driving. She's been in the U.S. And I didn't want to tell her. So I sent her a message. I'm like, if you haven't listened to the latest episode, you might want to check it out. It's pretty good. Thomas Colleen, check it out. And she did. And then I knew when she got to the part. So she said, trust me, this thing is going to be in a shrine, I think is what she said.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's good.
So we'll have another giveaway before you know it. But
you'll find something to give away.
I will. I always do.
Well, you're heading to TCO.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a lot of stuff down there. But there's a boot. There's a
boot sale. I'll bring back a boot. No due to boot it.
Okay. I was just about to say, I think that's the most Canadian thing you've ever said until you just said that.
No due to boot it. I'll bring back a boot.
Yeah. All right. We have a guest waiting in our green room, Jeremy.
Yeah, because we're going to do our Patreon, which we're going to move after this episode. Head over to Patreon for the free link. We're going to be making our picks for the TCO fantasy picks.
Yeah.
And Brandon Redicop, tournament director of the Crystal Creek Open that we talked about, and also great MPO player.
MPO that we've discussed on previous Chain Out Fantasy League episodes.
Yeah. So let's get there, but we can't get there. People are hanging around.
Oh, really?
Let's give them what they want.
I don't think anybody wants this.
I can't wait for this like dead silence that you're making us do in between verses. Get ready for the. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're just gonna stare at the camera.
We have to just
fill
it in.
Okay, let's do it.
All right,
I'm ready.
Let's see if it works.
Apparently not. It's gonna work. Slowly but surely. Watch for it.
You know what? Help us sell merch because I need a new computer. There we go. All right. Are you feeling it? The 4th A tier to Kamloops we go.
5 years strong for TCO.
Mac Island is tight. Watch the OB.
Rose Hill views a thing of beauty. This is the interlude.
It works.
All right.
Zoe and Dustin, a Uplay clinic.
A doubles event, do you think you can win it?
A tournament central, share your stories.
Have a beer or go for trivia glory. And then pause.
Sam says, I don't even believe Daryl doesn't want to do this anymore. Canada's best putting on a show.
Alberta pros like Noah and Joe.
Our rhymes are
Two fingers. All right, we got to try that last part. You don't have to start the music again.
Don't laugh.
All right. Do the
Okay, I
last
guess you're
verse one
supposed to
more
laugh.
time. Go ahead.
All right. Canada's best putting on a show.
Alberta pros like Noah and Joe.
Our rhymes are sick like Brussels sprouts.
Put two fingers in the air as you
Chain out. Thanks, everybody.
I love
We'll
it.
catch you on Patreon.